My name is Michael Flowers, and I am the director of Christmas Carol, A Ghost Story here at Birmingham Children's Theater. So this is a bit of a different telling of A Christmas Carol, show that many people are familiar with. The unique thing about, well, first it's about, of course, Ebenezer Scrooge and his visits with the ghosts of Christmas past and present and the future to try to head him on a trail that changes his life and makes him a better person. It's a wonderful, beautiful story. Our telling of it is a little different in that there are only 8 actors in it. One actor plays Ebenezer, and the other 7 actors play a multitude of characters, shifting back and forth, sometimes as many as 6 and 7 different characters. And so it really focuses on Dickens' language, Charles Dickens, who wrote the original Christmas Carol. It focuses on his language and really makes the story a beautiful gift of words. And that's what we're focusing on, as we try to share that beautiful language and the storytelling with our young audiences. Storytelling is a really important part of growing up. Whether it's books that are read to children, any sort of storytelling, I think it is really important. But the thing about theater and storytelling is that it's happening live. Of course, these kids are here on a day with a group of people who are on the stage playing a character or multiple characters, and it's all happening right there. It's very present, and that is theater's great gift. To any audience, but particularly to kids. They watch other people telling the stories of other people to them in the moment, right? That's the joy of it, that it's actually happening. And you know, all good stories, fairy tales, all have something a little scary about them. Right? Not to intimidate or frighten, not to intimidate or frighten children necessarily, but to remind them that that's a part of the world. The world has its happy moments, which we have here. It has its really funny moments, and it has its hard moments too. And I think that's all the part of just being human, but being a kid and learning about that, I think is so important for growing up, just the growing up process. The most exciting part of this process for me is being in the rehearsal room with this lovely group of actors that I have the good fortune to be able to work with. They are creative, they are willing to experiment and try things in rehearsal. They come every day ready to go to work. And I've always, as a director, loved the rehearsal process as much or more than actually getting to the performances. You know, just the figuring it out, the solving the riddles that every play has that need to be solved. And watching people discover things, watching these actors figure out something, hearing them offer a suggestion or a thought that changes something of what we're doing. I mean, they're just so very engaged, and it makes it, it's a treat to come to work. It really is. This is really a family show, and best experienced, I think, when adults and children can see it together. I think it will raise lots of questions, things that kids will want to talk. I hope that parents will want to talk to their kids as the kids have questions, that they'll discover that they experienced this together, and that it is really a show about hope and love. In the end, that's really what it's about. And even someone like Ebenezer Scrooge, who's not a nice person, who's actually a pretty mean person, he's not written off as, oh well, hopeless. But the story says even somebody who's that kind of person, there's hope for that person to have a good life, to share a good life, to be a generous, kind, caring human being. And I'd hope that parents and their children would have those conversations about that very thing. I hope everyone will take advantage of this great opportunity in our wonderful city to see a classic Christmas story. Please come see Christmas Carol, A Ghost Story at Birmingham Children's Theater, and get those tickets at www.bct123.org. We'll see you at the show.